we got mommy.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Judith with Days of Judah, and I am coming on to talk. It's been, I know some of my most recent videos have been about homeschooling and things I'm learning or revelations I'm having, things like that. This video, I wanted to talk about what it looks like a year out from having been a working mother to now being a stay-at-home mom. I think that's a really unique, it's a unique life change. It is definitely a big life change. When I've always worked from the time I was 15 years old up until, last year. And when I was pregnant, I was worked really right up until the end of both of my pregnancies, and then had 3 months maternity leave, and then came back and was working. So, I was a nursing mother, and so had to do pumping breast milk, in the office and things like that, and figuring out that kind of life, transporting that stuff home, having mishaps, having all, so I figured out my rhythm as a working mother. Now I'm a stay-at-home mom, and the change and the whole life is kind of different. So, and I wanted to talk about what that looks like for me now. First off, I will say, even with having, at one point, I was working a full-time job, and pregnant, and then having a newborn, and that was a lot of work. But this is a whole different speed. This is a whole new speed of life. It's a lot of work being at a stay-at-home parent, and also we've got some other family things that are going on that are making it add to that intensity. But yeah, it is the hardest job. I think motherhood is the hardest job. Let's leave that there. What has been really unique about being home, and I think all parents got a taste of that during the pandemic and during lockdown, is that it's nonstop. So when you wake up in the morning, and the things that your children need and that you need to attend to, and then as you go through your day, and then all the way up until they're in bed, and then once they're in bed, there are probably still some other things that you want to or need to get done. Excuse, little man over there that's got his own projects. There's some things that you want to or need to get done, and now is the only time that you can do them. So now you're still up doing things, and however late you're going to be up doing them. I'm a night owl, so really nighttime tends to be the time where, even if I'm not doing a whole lot, sometimes it's my time to take a beat, or it's my time, like I said, to work on things that I want to or need to do. So I have found that it's really, really nonstop, and it's hard and it's challenging to find spaces to take a break, find spaces to make a video. Sometimes you just say, I gotta stop, and do the thing that I want to do, or take the break, if I can. So that's one thing. The next thing that I find is, for me, I definitely did not expect that I was going to need as much time to establish my new normal. There is a whole rhythm and prep that you give yourself as a working parent. Like I knew, for me, I had a very long commute. So, especially before lockdown, I was in the office 5 days a week, and my commute could easily be 2 hours one way. So, like sitting in traffic, sometimes I was taking meetings in my car. Sometimes I was, just doing, listening to books or working on things that way. Just, and like you cram everything in. I pumped breast milk in my car. I would call it traffic milk because, stuff has to keep happening. When I came home, I found that, okay, I don't have the commute time, which was wonderful, not to be sitting in traffic for hours. But there was also now other things going on, which is like, I don't have the commute time. So where, like maybe you use your commute to kind of just let your brain gel a little bit in between the work world and the home world. That time is not there anymore. So it's one whole long strip of activity oftentimes. And so sometimes, I'm just like, I need to run an errand. And then an errand is not self-care time. I want to be very, very clear about that, because sometimes people are like, oh yeah, it's not self-care. Going to Target to pick up things for the yada, yada, yada is not self-care. But sometimes it becomes like a little bit of a survivalist technique or mentality, is to like get out and do different work to distract you from, or to take a break from the other work. So I just didn't expect the amount of time that it would take, and then also the amount of time that it would take me to process the fact that I'm not working. I'm not one of the people bringing income into the household. Hard. So hard, because like I said, I worked from the time I was 15 years old. So that was really super hard to say, oh, I'm not bringing that into the household. I still have value. I still bring plenty of value to the household, but I also live in a society where we value money, and we value breadwinners and people that are constantly bringing that to the table. So that has been a really, really challenging shift for me over this past year. It's still not complete, it's still not perfect, but it's definitely something that my brain has been grappling with and going through. So that's been big. And then finally, I have notes here. One of the things that has been interesting and really cool and nice is I haven't changed as a person at my core. I've had other changes, other kind of general changes, like learning how to slow down with certain things, and but like as myself, who I am is still the same. At the core, I'm the same person. So I'm still, the techniques of needing to problem solve and needing to organize or needing to be creative that I used in the office came home because I came home. So they're still there with me, which is really cool to see. And then also I'm a busy person. Like my mind is busy, so I stay busy. I mean, I have plenty at home to keep me busy, but even then, I got home and I like started thinking about the garden, and now we have quail because that's a whole nother video. So I'm not even explaining how we have quail, because I have a very busy mind, and people with busy minds are always fiddling and doing something and having projects, as if life is not enough of a project in and of itself. Because it is.
Hey, Mommy.
Yes, baby.
Happy.
Oh, yeah? You need help?
Hi.
Are you okay? I think we're okay. But yeah, so those are just 3 of the things that I have noticed. Since, yes? Hmm?
Happy.
You need help? What do you need help with?
Hey, Mommy.
Mm-hmm.
Happy.
What do you need help with? Okay, so now I have a bonus fact. Yes, baby? You're okay. I came to help you. What do you need help with? Okay. So, bonus fact is now that I'm home, I find one of the most challenging things about being in this space is it is difficult to complete a thought. What I mean by that is going from the beginning of the thought to the end of the thought without an interruption. Because there's always, hey mommy, mommy. So, you know, I don't know if you can hear a motorcycle outside, but yeah. So that's life, and that's how it is right now. Yes? What do you need help with? Sometimes people just want attention and they just want you to look at them and love them. Yeah, so I'm Judith. This is Days of Judah. Are you a parent that has made a significant transition, whether it's been going from work to home, or home to work, or something like that? I would love to know. Have a great day.